Hello, Toro fans, and welcome back to Toro's All Access. I'm Edward Coby, and that's Coby Brault. It is Thursday. We have a weekend preview ahead. Toro's taking the ice for the second preseason weekend, taking on the Norsemen of St. Cloud in what is being billed as the Great River Rivalry, presented by the Great River Federal Credit Union. Coby's second weekend of preseason action. Toros split with the Bismarck Bobcats last weekend, looking for more before the regular season kicks off.
Yeah, and it should be, should be an action-packed weekend here at the Mesa. Playing in the middle rink here, we got the Minot Hockey Boosters Pancake Breakfast Saturday morning. So if you're in town, you're hungry for some pancakes, be sure to check that out. Obviously love the Minot Youth Hockey Boosters, but yeah, you mentioned it. This particular matchup gets a new look thanks to our very good friends at Great River Federal Credit Union. Rebranded this offseason to the Great River Rivalry. Got branches in both locations, St. Cloud and in Minot, and we got a lot of fun stuff planned with that new iteration of the rivalry, including a shiny new trophy that will be displayed at the Great River Federal Credit Union in the winning team's town. So hopefully we can hold serve, have that at the Minot location all summer, this upcoming summer, but obviously have 8 matchups to decide that, and these ones don't count towards that total standings, but with that being said, still should be a very fun weekend here. Like you said, first time that we're doing 2 Central opponents in the preseason versus a USHL or a Canadian team. So should see some new faces, but also some familiar faces from St. Cloud.
Yeah, and just going down for notable returners, I mean, Peyton Mythmunga for the Norsemen, he returns, as well as Kyle Miller coming. Mythmunga, a guy that I guess stuck out to me, 36 points last year, 9 goals and 27 assists. Kyle Miller as well, a really active defenseman out there for the Norsemen, 42 points with 9 goals on 33 assists. So definitely some returners, despite some Norsemen going to the next level. I think we'll see some familiar faces out there for St. Cloud.
Yeah, definitely. And last season, Tauros found a lot of success, finished the year 9-3 against the Norsemen, but it was a lot closer series than how it looked on paper. St. Cloud in general, just kind of a strange season for that team last year by the numbers. I mean, 26, 21, and 13 losses in extra time is rather unheard of, truthfully. It shows that they were in a lot of close games, but just couldn't quite get it done in crunch time. And, 2 notable examples that jump off the page to me when thinking about that was that 2-1 shootout victory early last season here at the Pepsi that the Toros got. And then one of the crazier games that we saw last season, 5-4 in overtime. Tauros scored 2 goals in the final minute 15 of the game to tie it, and then won it in OT about a minute into overtime. So kind of it's something that St. Cloud, I'm sure, has looked at and adjusted. Obviously, moving away from their head coach Corey Millen, he's out after 4 seasons, and with this new coaching staff in, they're going to try to identify a new identity, I should say. And 8 returners should help be a good nucleus for this new coaching staff, and it should be a fun year for the Norsemen, and obviously hoping to have it be a fun year for the Toros as well.
Yeah, and St. Cloud, another team that was, I guess, kind of has a little unfinished business in terms of their season last year. St. Cloud, of course, was left on the outside looking in. Just couldn't beat out the Austin Bruins to that final playoff spot in the Central Division. But you brought up the coaching staff. Joe Exter is coming in as the head coach and GM. Brings a lot of experience to St. Cloud from the ECHL, the USHL, the NDDP, as well as some Big Ten NCAA experience. So definitely looking to, I guess, reinvigorate the St. Cloud team and make a playoff push as we move into the regular season.
Yeah, and the thing with St. Cloud, obviously outside looking in last year, as you mentioned, but this team made a Robertson Cup playoff appearance just 3 seasons ago. So definitely a winning culture over there, and something that they want to get back to. I think that's, one of the reasons that the coaching changes were made. And that team last year was very young, which, is always kind of a gamble in this league when you talk about guys going into their, 19 or 20-year-old season. They lost both their goalies in the 4th round of the USHL draft, something that the Toros also saw this last year in this last USHL draft, with Colby Volk being the first defenseman going to Tri-City. So, definitely probably going to have a young nucleus, but you mentioned Mythmunga and some of the other returners. I think it's going to be, like I said, a good core for them, and hopefully they can get some new guys in and get back into that playoffs that they missed out on last season.
Yeah, and looking at the Toros last week, of course, Ian Spencer, O'Hannesson, Batten, Kabulis, and Nichols all got on the board in the point category. All 3 netminders played as well, so it'll be interesting to see, what lines the Toros roll out this week, but with the addition of the new Central teams, every game game means a little more in the regular season, and why not get it started in the preseason against this Norseman team?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Coach, going about his business in terms of evaluation, he knows what he's looking for much more than any of us do. So should be interesting to see what kind of lines. And I'm just happy to be back at the Mesa. I mean, it feels like last season just ended. That's what we've been saying all summer, but it's a new season. It's here. Yeah, we'll be in the middle rink, so a bit of a different vibe than, when we're in the Pepsi and it's rocking and we got all the lights and the, good music and stuff, but we'll still have good music, don't worry. But yeah, it should be kind of a throwback feel for this weekend, and I'm just excited. We're one step closer to the showcase and one step closer to playing the national development team to get the whole thing going.
That's right. So this is the last preseason weekend for the Tauros, of course, right here at the Eck Rink. $5 general admission fee to get in the door, but it is general admission, so get there, get your spot settled in, and check out this Toro teams before they go have an off week, and then of course go over to the showcase. They're not going to return home until October 11th. And that will be against this same Norseman team. So why not come out, check out this Toro team before the regular season gets rolling. But Coby, we also had a fun TikTok that we're about to roll out. The front office trying hockey things.
Yeah, and honestly, I got to give you credit, Edward, because it was your idea. You had never laced up skates before. I myself had never laced up skates before either. Was just kind of gave up the dream. I'd aged out already, so it wasn't really any reason for me to learn how to skate. But we decided to give it a go, and it turned out to be a fun hour on a Friday a week or two ago. So hopefully the fans enjoy it.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Of course, as I mentioned, we'll roll that out here, and then maybe we'll put it up on the TikTok so you can go watch that back. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow, or I guess you'll hear us tomorrow night, 7:35 from the Eck Rink. We'll have a Facebook audio stream as well, but no stream on NATV. So if you do want to see the game, get here in person. As I mentioned, $5 general admission fee, and we'll see you then. So enjoy this TikTok, and see you tomorrow.
How bad this tape job is. Yeah, the back is so bad.